Showing you simple, showing you. I gave you real love out the gutter, Ever let you go, you gon' suffer from it. I gon' do it. I gotta accept that I'm a. I pull up in several different options, yeah. That I will most ever. I shatter your dreams with this cream I make. What? Gotta be on to think of. I say, what? I can't feel my toes, but they ain't gon' fold up. I was in the double law when I rolled. Yeah.
I feel like I should be giving up. You can't leave it's too much. But I'm tired of you, me on. And I don't like where this is going.
Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Two teams will need their quarterbacks to step up and lead their offenses on the gridiron today. It's Mitchell Trubisky's Bears going up against Flacco's Ravens.
Larry, thanks. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Inner Harbor and M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. The two teams emerging from their respective tunnels a minute ago to the approval of this Baltimore crowd. They're all set as their Ravens will match up with the Chicago Bears. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Play fake here on first down, eluding the pressure right. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Second down following the incompletion. They go play action with Trubisky. And he rifles one incomplete. He was trying to hit Taylor Gabriel that time. And it's third down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. On third down, Trubisky. Goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. C.J. Mosley in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Here's Pat O'Donnell to punt in his 4th year from Miami. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. And he's going to be out of bounds, but able to take it inside the 40-yard line. Excellent work on the run back there, 33 yards. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. First and 10, and Flacco looking to throw. Open man is Uzomah. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
And some extras coming up on the line here, readying for the blitz. Now it's Flacco. Now they go screen. It's complete. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. And give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's 3rd down. They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Operating out of the gun, Flacco dancing to his left. He may try and run for this. He'll wind up getting 4. Yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down. And now before they run this play on 4th and 1, we're going to get a break and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on 4th down here. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? They'll step off the 5 yards.
Yeah, partner, you know, defensive end, he wants to get into the offensive backfield. He wants that get off to be as fast as possible. A little too quick on that one.
Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. They pitch it out to Collins. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here this close. Sneak it.
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
Second down, the ball on the 2 here, 2nd and goal. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. Stonewalled on 2nd down. Now let's see what they can do on 3rd and goal from the 2. Trying to punch it in with Collins. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on 4th and goal. The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. They're going to try it. Here's Flacco. And that is going to be incomplete. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Chicago defense able to come up with a goal line stand. Very tough spot here for the offense to start. Now a carry for the change of pace back, the rookie Tariq Cohen. And he was very fortunate there to get out of his end zone. He maybe got back to the 2-yard line.
Really shouldn't be a surprise. It's going to be hard to move people in this situation. You know they're going to bring the pressure defensively. Because I remember playing in these spots, and my coaches always say, don't be afraid to try and create a safety, too. They're going to bring pressure.
Again, it's Cohen. And some room to roam now. And he's into the clear. He's at the 50, the 30, 20, 10. Touchdown, Chicago. A big play there. 98 yards. And the Bears have taken the early lead. And that carry of 98 yards is now tied for the 2nd longest in NFL history.
Amon Green did it, I believe, in 2003 when he was playing for Green Bay.
Against the Broncos, I think.
And just face it, no matter who was running the ball, for that distance, give them some oxygen as well as the touchdown. What a play.
Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And last time they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
A simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position where we were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence.
And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Aaron Lynch from his outside linebacker spot. He gets him down here for a loss of 4. On second down, Flacco to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Third and long for Joe Flacco. Under pressure, and Flacco's going to be dropped.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback, right in the face of him, puts him down.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Pulled in at the 24. 62 yards on the punt that time. Wow. And the Bears take over. Around the NFL, a game going on in Washington. And the Redskins there out to an early lead. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
And this is Gabriel on the catch. 23 yards on the play. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. From the gun, it's Trubisky. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis back with you as it's Bears football here to begin quarter number 2. They've got it 2nd and 10 to start things out. From the shotgun is Trubisky. They'll leave it for Cohen, complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
No gain on the play there, 2nd down. On 2nd down, Trubisky. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. It's a foot race past the 20. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown.
Now that was a beautiful play. A pick 6. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. Fielded about a yard deep. Reminder that coming up later tonight in the national window, we'll see the Giants travel out to Denver to take on the Broncos. And then tomorrow night, it's the Colts and Titans, an AFC South battle from Nashville.
Both of them have designs on winning that division.
A handoff as they run the counter play. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. On second down, here's Trubisky. Flush to his right. The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
And the broken tackle helps lead to a first down gain. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game up. Ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
They run the counter now on first down. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. Now they'll throw it with Trubisky. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Looking to throw Trubisky on first down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Now Trubisky on first down. Flushed out right. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
One thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Second and 10. It's Trubisky again. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Tony Jefferson. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
The drive starts with a run by Collins. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Second down, Flacco now. He gets this one to Michael Crabtree. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. 2 minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. We're back to Baltimore after this. The Ravens on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. Here it's 3rd and 3. From the gun, Flacco. Drops it underneath for Collins. And a loose football. And I think the Bears have recovered. They have. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Off the toss, Cohen. And some room to work. Finding room to the 20. Oh, and now he bowls him over. 25 yards, the pickup there, and also a first down.
If indeed the Chicago Bears were looking for a nice change-up to Jordan Howard at running back, they found it in Tariq Cohen. I'm telling you, this guy is shifty, quick, even though he's small in stature. Some people have called him the latest human joystick.
How about that? That'll be fun for Madden players. Just 5'6", but as you said, he can move. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after him. Put the pressure on him.
Now Cohen. And he's going to ball his way down to about the 1-yard line. A nice run there, 8 yards. Moves him much closer to the goal line now for third down.
When you look at the geography we're staring at, this part of the field, don't you always think of big backs carrying the football, bruisers trying to pound it in? Instead, look at a little more of a scat back type, and he's trying to make it happen.
Yeah, they went with the elusive, slippery guy. Couldn't get in there, though. They'll run for it with Tariq Cohen. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. And now the Ravens are going to take another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Elsewhere, a score update from New Orleans. It's the Lions that have grabbed the early lead. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. So give them 3 there. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they couldn't punch it in.
And credit this defense, too. That was the old bend but don't break approach. But it kept the offense out of the end zone.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now here come the Ravens. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk is a big decision here.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Fresh set of downs here. Flacco from the gun. His throw incomplete. He was trying to get it to Michael Crabtree there. And now it's second down.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
Incomplete on first down. Now Flacco on second. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. Trying to get it to Willie Snead there. And it's third down.
Well, they're slinging it. And then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown, out of his reach, and incomplete. The Ravens on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. They go pass again with Flacco. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
That's a first down if he holds on, but you saw the contact. Able to jar it free from him and force a fourth down.
Great play defensively there, as you said, just to knock it free, because if he had caught that, pass the sticks, first down. Here's Sam Cook now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds, and they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field, and you got to think if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Let's get out of there.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. So we reach halftime with the visiting Bears out on top here. As we'll send you down to Orlando as we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry? Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Flacco here on second down. Over the middle, it's complete. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Flacco. A right side catch by Crabtree. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Once more, it's Flacco. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 7 yards on the play, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
3 yards remaining here on 2nd down. Flacco will take to the air again. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. He was looking to hit Ryan Matthews there out of the backfield. And it's 3rd and short. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Flacco to throw here on 3rd down. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Now this is fielded in the end zone. Might have needed just one more block as it stands. 37-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the 2nd half. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut him down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
Now Trubisky to throw on 2nd. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position. Couldn't hold on. 3rd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. The Bears on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Here's Trubisky to throw. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Oh, he trucked him. And he is taken down deep in Baltimore territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 56 yards. Red zone opportunity. From the red zone now, here's Trubisky on 1st down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And, oh, a big collision there. He's hit and knocked backward at the 11-yard line. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do They'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their third corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a third down. The Bears on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. They'll run it now out of the gun. And it's a fumble. Well, there you go. From red zone to red zone on that fumble return.
It's amazing how fast things can turn around, isn't it? I mean, it looks like one team's driving, got everything taken care of. All of a sudden, the ball's on the ground or popped in the air, and whoosh, there you go in the other direction. Good job by the defense. You see how they practice that, too. You can tell, coordinated. As soon as they got the ball, everyone turned to block someone and try and help him along the way.
And now set up here in terrific field position. From the 4-yard line, it's 1st and goal now. They'll need to get the play off quickly. They run. This is Cohen. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 2nd and goal. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. So they're on the 5-yard line here, 2nd down. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Benny Cunningham, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bears use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And he's got it up and through. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Elsewhere in the NFL, they're in the second half at FedEx Field now. And it's the 49ers scoring again to open up their lead. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. They look to throw on 1st and 10 with Flacco. And his throw here's incomplete.
This has been a really nice day for the defense. They've made it so difficult to find open receivers because they're able to squeeze the passing lanes down. A lot of what they're doing is communicating. Receivers in one area, receivers in another area. They're almost what they call passing them off from one defender to the next, even in zone defenses, and making it very hard to find an open spot for the quarterback to deliver the ball.
Flacco to throw again on 2nd down. And that's complete to Brown. And they'll get him down here at the 23. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Third down. Flacco needs a decent chunk of yardage. He gets it to Brown. Complete. That's good for a Raven first down. 15 yards there.
Brandon, that's a tough guy right there. He knew that was going to happen. In other words, he had to absorb that hit. How about him securing the football, churning the legs a little bit, and gaining what he needed for a first down?
Well, that's the deal. On 3rd down, these guys, they know where the sticks are. He obviously knew right there.
And if you want to be a dependable 3rd down receiver, you've got to be willing to absorb those types of hits and make those sort of plays.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Michael Crabtree, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield, but that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
2nd and 10. Flacco once more. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And now off to the races down the right side. And they will score a pick six for a Bears touchdown.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
Elsewhere, a third-quarter score. The Dolphins continuing to add on. They are really rolling. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded about a yard deep. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like
pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Eddie Goldman in there to bring him down for a loss of 7.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
On 2nd down, Flacco to throw. Crabtree with it over the middle. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Passing play, Flacco, and he's got Snead. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. First and 10, and Flacco looking to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12. And again, it's Flacco to throw. Over the middle here to Brown. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. The Raven passing game getting in sync. Another first down. Now it's Flacco. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
What's left?
Operating out of the gun, Flacco. He rifles one that's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. The Bears offense now getting ready to take over. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Pressure up the middle, and down he goes. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
All right, here we go.
On 2nd down, Trubisky. Escaping the pressure right. And some room to maneuver. It'll be a pickup of 13 on the play, and that's going to bring up a third down.
Partner was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he still got a big chunk of yardage on second down.
Here we go.
Trubisky now to throw on third down. And he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his second of the game. Instead, fourth down.
I know that interception was dropped, and it would have been their third of the game, and I will guarantee you, in the huddle, on the bench, all the defensive guys have been talking about is, we've got this guy right where we want him. Who's going to get the next one? It almost becomes a challenge, and they've missed a golden opportunity.
A 40-yard punt, no return, and the Ravens will get it. 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. And the Ravens taking the field. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 16 yards on that one at a Raven first. 1st and 10 here for Flacco. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
2nd down, Flacco now. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Another wayward pass. Things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This will be 3rd and forever. From the gun, Flacco. Forced out to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Try it here. He's back to throw. He's going to look deep down the field. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it this time. Doesn't work out. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. And a great spot to start this drive from here. This is Cohen. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
On 3rd down, they'll try and pick it up with a counter. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
Now, I can't imagine any celebrations being any bigger than your first NFL touchdown. And this rookie running back is still seeking his. He's not going to get it on that play.
And Parkey's kick is good. and that will push this lead up to 20 now. So it's 3 more points, and that widens things out even further here in the fourth.
Hey, in this league, you can never have too much. So if you're in range, grab the 3 whenever you can.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Flacco from the gun. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not at all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
Flacco here on 2nd down. Buying time to his left. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a 1st down.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the 1st down.
On 1st down, Flacco. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. Flacco looks to throw. Brought in left side by Snead. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd. 3rd and just 1. It's Flacco. And this is going to be incomplete.
Really good, smart play by the defense, understanding 3rd and short, guarding the 1st down sticks, and being able to make a play on the football and bat it down.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. A right side catch by Crabtree. Give him 5 on the play there. And it'll give the Ravens a 1st down. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
They completed the screen on the perimeter, but boy, that was textbook defense, exactly as you're taught to play against a wide receiver screen, and they snuffed it out for a loss of yardage.
Flacco. Over the middle, complete. That's Brown. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The Raven passing game getting in sync, another 1st down. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not, with his height setting. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Eddie Goldman in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. To pass, Flacco. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Brown. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Raven passing game getting in sync. Another first down. Now Flacco. His throw caught at about the 5. And they'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. John Brown, his first touchdown on the year. And the Ravens cut into that lead. He's got it, and the score's now 27-14. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. Short kick here, fielded about the 17. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. They've gone final now in our nation's capital. And not much trouble for the 49ers in that when they open the lead a bit further. If they can hold on to that lead to the end, it would up their win total to 7. Looky here, Trubisky wants to throw it. Now he'll escape to his right. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage. But instead, he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
They get the pick. Now what can Flacco do on first down? It's caught by Crabtree. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining.
One of the feature points of the in route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. If he's late with the ball, he can get his receiver hit and hit hard.
And barring something unforeseen, this will be the last play of the game. One last gasp for Flacco. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Well, Charles, it's great to win at home in the NFL. When you win on the road, it's a little extra special, isn't it?
It is because, let's face it, in most cases, you're not expected to go on the road and win in the National Football League. It just doesn't usually compute. So to get out there, get that done, and then head back to your city with one in the victory column, oh, that's a fantastic feeling.
So for Chicago, it'll be a much happier locker room here as they get that first win after 5 straight losses to start the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, they can't quite seem to turn things around as they fall into 2-4 now on the year. And they'll be off to Minneapolis next week for a look at new U.S. Bank Stadium and a date with the Vikings. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. From Baltimore, so long, everybody.
Little fish. I say, Lord, be my savior when it comes to getting this paper. Please protect me from my haters. Just say me and I won't save us. Say amen. Amen, 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 yeah. Amen. That boys and they can't win. Can't win, can't win, can't win, can't win. Check. Going up. We in it, we gonna. Going up. Did it like my persona. Going up. Remember them was honest. We used to drive them Hondas. Then we pull up in the Fondas. Glow up. Walk in. Show up. Baby, hold up. Glow up. Boy, don't touch. We flow up. Yeah. I'm laughing to the bank. All new blue Benny Franks. Pulled up on him in the tank. Yeah, that guy just a rap guy. I'm so mad flying. He ain't. Let me back. I gave me until I was going on Miami. They all cornballs. They can't stand me. I finesse. All them. I hear. Get a plan. Oscar, that my whoa. Low. Got strain on yo. She post up a MCM and we like that JoJo. When we out and we see him, he always ask for photo. I say, Lord, be my savior when it comes to getting this paper. Please protect me from my haters. Just say me and I won't save us. Say amen. Amen. Yeah. That boys and they can't win. Can't win. Check. Going up. We in it, we gonna. Going up. Did it like my persona. Going up. Remember them was honest. We used to drive them Hondas. Then we pull up in the Fondas. Glow up. Walk in. Show up. Baby, hold up. Glow up. Boy, don't touch. We flow up. She lucky. Cause she 5 mil cash in Tucky. Told me I walk up in Neiman, spend 10K just like it's nothing. I hang with the demons, they don't play by me, we cut. I was coolin', Atlanta, mixed with the Fanta. All them, I got Santa, I go monkey, all that. Gonna do just what I say. Pull up, past the Uber in that race. She so bad, but she said. I feel guilty, I might as well just plead my case. I say, Lord, be my savior when it comes to getting this paper. Please protect me from my haters. Just say me and I won't save us. Say amen. Amen. Yeah. That boys and they can't win. Can't win. Check. Going up. We in it, we gonna. Going up. Did it like my persona. Going up. Remember them was honest. We used to drive them Hondas. Then we pull up in the Fondas. Glow up. Walk in. Show up. Baby, hold up. Glow up. Boy, don't touch. We flow up.
Legging with Nick, we dump it off like V. Ramonovic. Sorry, homie, you know we not friends, it's all for politics. Never get to see who really run it. Now you know who run it. You rappers on punishment. Papa dog, they be lying on they brother. Everybody scared a little linky, man, is evident. Feeling like 50 way back in 03 or D. Talking about me, use some mother. 301 screaming 4-4 on my Louis. Papa tags by the mode, on they dummy. 3 miles for a gold. Black and yellow with the boots and the gold suit. We had a go-go last week. We don't really care who got last week. Riding under me, the blog and really bumping.